beyond those two, the 2028 group, Royce Lewis.
Yeah, now there's the most interesting name to me in terms of you want to talk about shaking up the core.
Right. But also what you're selling extremely low on that.
Exactly right.
But that only matters if there's going to be an opportunity to sell high at some point.
Right. Yep.
You know what I mean? Like it's easy to say, oh, you're selling low, but most of the time you're selling low because of injuries or bad performance, or in his case, the combination of the two. And, I certainly would not be looking to unload Royce Lewis. I'm absolutely not in that camp. I still believe in Royce Lewis. I still think if you can get him feeling decent for a long stretch, he can hit. I'm very confident of that. But there's a reason you would be selling low. I mean, selling low, okay, when will we be able to sell high? Like,
well,
I don't know.
And he's a classic example. Like, if the point is we want to shake up the core, odds are that's more likely to make that kind of trade is much more likely to happen in the off season than at the trade deadline.
Sure.
Right. But that would be an off season thing. Nobody is like right now taking a look at how Royce Lewis is running around the bases and swinging the bat and saying, boy, we really need to add him to the team in August and September.
Right. It would be some team wanting to add him to their core over the next several years.
That's right.
But he is a prime example, Royce Lewis, of what I'm talking about in terms of if there's going to be a new front office at some point, giving them the opportunity to shop for their own groceries and make their own meal, because the range of opinions on Royce Lewis, both in terms of how good he's been, how good he will be, whether you want him as part of your core, whether he's someone to build around, whether you think you can get value for him, is going to be so extreme. Like the spectrum of opinions on him, even among like major league front office guys. And so it wouldn't surprise me that if you do bring in a new front office, they come in and they go, well, we don't believe Lewis is ever going to be healthy. Let's try to trade him. But it also wouldn't shock me if a new front office comes in and goes, you know what? We love Royce Lewis. Like I was in the organization. We were hoping he'd be there number 3. We were going to pick him, or we tried to trade for him 2 years ago, whatever it is. We want to not only keep Royce Lewis, we want to try to extend him. We want to, whatever.
Right.
I want the person who's going to be in charge for most of the rest of Royce Lewis's time in Minnesota to be the one to make the decision on Royce Lewis. And that applies to some of the other guys too.